Hello friends. In this video we will learn about the composition of atmosphere, and about the elements of the weather and climate. The Earth is enveloped by a thin layer of air called the atmosphere. The atmosphere is held to the surface of the Earth by the planet's gravitational force. The atmosphere plays an important role in sustaining life on Earth. It contains the essential gases, such as oxygen, carbon dioxide and nitrogen, required to sustain life. It also protects us from the ultraviolet rays of the sun. It helps maintain the ideal temperature required to sustain life on Earth. If it were not for the atmosphere, days on the Earth would have been scorching hot, and nights would have been freezing cold. Weather phenomenon, such as rain, winds, storms, clouds and rainbows, all occur in atmosphere. The atmosphere consists of a mixture of gases. The main constituent gases are about 78% of nitrogen, and about 21% of oxygen. The remaining 1% is made up of gases like carbon dioxide, argon, water vapor, other gases. Almost 78% of the atmosphere is made up of nitrogen. This gas is essential for the survival of plants. However, plants cannot absorb the gas directly from the air. Instead, bacteria living in the soil absorb atmospheric nitrogen and convert it into compounds that can be absorbed from the soil by plants. Oxygen constitutes about 21% of the air. Humans, plants, animals and many other organisms need oxygen to live. Oxygen helps us break down food for energy. The balance of oxygen in the air is maintained by green plants, which take in carbon dioxide and give out oxygen during photosynthesis. Though it makes up just about 0.04% of the atmosphere, carbon dioxide is one of the most important of the gases. It is one of the main things needed by plants to perform photosynthesis. Cutting down trees and the burning of fossil fuels leads to an increase in the amount of carbon dioxide in the air. The rise of carbon dioxide has, in turn, led to the greenhouse effect and global warming. A greenhouse is a large room made out of glass, which is used for growing plants. The glass walls allow sunlight to enter during the daytime but prevent the heat to escape at night. The heat thus gets trapped within the greenhouse and makes it warm. It is thus useful for growing plants in cold places. Energy from the sun reaches the Earth as solar radiation. From that, most of it is absorbed by the Earth's surface, while some solar radiation is reflected by the Earth and the atmosphere. Some of the infrared radiation passes through the atmosphere. Some is absorbed and re-emitted in all directions by greenhouse gas molecules. The effect of this is to warm the Earth's surface and the lower atmosphere. The infrared radiation is emitted by the Earth's surface. So the greenhouse effect is the effect produced by carbon dioxide and water vapor in the upper atmosphere, which raises the atmospheric temperature by trapping the heat radiated from the Earth's surface. Greenhouse gases are carbon dioxide, methane, chlorofluorocarbons and nitrogen oxide. However, in recent years, due to human activities like the burning of fossil fuels, deforestation, and livestock farming, the amount of greenhouse gases in the atmosphere is increasing continuously. This has caused the atmosphere to trap more heat, leading to an increase in the average global temperature. This phenomenon is known as global warming. Global warming has had various adverse effects like climate change, melting of ice caps and glaciers, rising sea levels and the disruption of many ecosystems. The atmosphere extends approximately up to 1,600 kilometers above the surface of the Earth. The density of the atmosphere is maximum near the Earth's surface. About 50% of the total mass of the atmosphere lies within a height of 6 kilometers from the Earth's surface, and about 99% lies within a height of 32 kilometers. The atmosphere is divided into 5 layers based on composition, temperature and other properties. Starting from the surface of the Earth, the layers are called Troposphere, Stratosphere, Mesosphere, Thermosphere and Exosphere. Troposphere is the lowest layer of the atmosphere. It extends height of about 8 kilometers at the poles and about 18 kilometers at the equator. It is the densest part of the atmosphere. The temperature decreases with height at the rate of 1 C4 for every 165 meters of ascent. This called normal lapse rate. Pressure also decreases with height. It contains all the gases essential for life. This is the layer where weather changes. The processes like rain, cloud formation, fog, hail and winds takes place here. Stratosphere lies above Troposphere. It extends to a height of about 50 kilometers above the Earth's surface. Tropopause is a narrow boundary that separates the stratosphere from the troposphere. In the lower part of the stratosphere, temperature remains constant. In the upper part of this layer there is a gradual increase in temperature. No clouds and very little dust and water vapors. It contains ozone layer. Mesosphere extends to a height of about 80 kilometers. Narrow boundary that separates the mesosphere from the stratosphere is called stratopause. The temperature of air decreases with increasing height. When meteors enter the Earth's atmosphere from space and reach this layer, they burn due to friction. Thermosphere extends up to a height of about 450 kilometers. Here, temperature increases rapidly with increasing height. The boundary between the thermosphere and the mesosphere is called mesopause. It contains electrically charged particles called ions. These particles reflect radio waves back to the Earth's surface and enable us to have wireless communication. The thermosphere is also called ionosphere because of the presence of ions. Exosphere is the uppermost layer of the atmosphere. It extends to a height of about 1,600 kilometers and gradually merges with interplanetary space. This layer is extremely rarefied. Very light gases, like hydrogen and helium, are found in this layer. Hope you understand everything about composition of atmosphere and its structure. Please do like, share and subscribe our channel for better understanding.